Welcome, TEI family, to another episode of The Everyday Investor. Today we have a very special guest. This gentleman has acquired a number of skills in a number of different industries over the years to increase his earning potential. He has also used that increased earning potential to invest in those same industries and in areas that he acquired the skill in. Without no further ado, please help me welcome Rami Januti.
Thanks, Dave.
What's
Appreciate
going
the
on?
intro. I mean,
Definitely.
man, it's been too long. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
It's
been
been a
too
while.
long.
It's been a while since we had a chance to catch up, and I definitely appreciate you giving some time to me this morning for an interview. I always like to kind of throw out there the goal of the channel is to have like the audience, the viewers, uh, when they're watching it, to be able to identify with one or more of the interviewers or the interviewees, I should say, and hopefully kind of be able to relate to them in some form and to their story. I know you have a number of different things that you are into at this point, and to be able to hopefully identify one or more areas or just some things that are similar about them in the interviewee, so that they can hopefully try to take some skills or take some things from kind of your path and hopefully apply to their lives to maybe get more success, hopefully help them out financially, get more skills. That's the whole point of the channel, is try to get more skills to increase people's earning potential so that they can start investing. I'm a big believer in that. When you're making $50,000, it's just tough. You don't have enough money to invest at the end of the day. So I'm all about getting skills that will increase your earning potential so that you can invest in whatever your investment vehicle is, whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto, whether it's businesses, whatever it may be. So I think obviously you invested in a number of different things over the years, but you also have a number of different skills to help you increase your earning potential so that you can invest. So I think this is going to be good, and I think the audience will get a lot from this.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've kind of had a unique path. So in that sense, I've got a lot of experiences, both good and you could say bad. Obviously, I don't like to look at anything as a bad
Mhm.
experience because it
So,
kind of built you up to what you are today. So that's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, no, definitely, I'm looking forward to helping people out and hopefully allowing them to take a shortcut as
there you go.
compared to the long route that I had to take with a lot of different roadblocks in the way, which I'm sure you kind of had to go through as
For
well.
sure.
So
Yep.
yeah, definitely. So
Exactly.
let's
Exactly.
let's get it started. Let's get
Let's get
into it
into
then.
it. So yeah, I always like to start at the beginning. So where did you grow up? How did you grow up? Did you grow up in a wealthy environment? Was it middle class? Was it lower class? How was your upbringing, and where did you grow up in terms of what state and kind of what area?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, so my parents, they're immigrants, first generation. They came over in the '80s to America from Lebanon, and they were fleeing from war over there.
Wow.
So at the time, they really didn't really have too many options as far as where they could go. It wasn't up to them what they did or where they went, where they ended up. They pretty much just had to put in the paperwork and hope that they can get anywhere outside of that country to escape the war at that time. So they ended up getting through their studies. My dad came from a really you could say lower class family in Lebanon, barely making ends meet. And he ended up getting an academic scholarship just based on being the top of his class,
Hmm.
despite um, his background, I guess you could say. And based on that, he was able to come to Michigan State to do his PhD,
Hmm.
which it's you would think that okay, if someone is doing a PhD, they must be like real well off. They must have had a silver spoon in their mouth and
Wow.
everything. But no, like he came to this country with $500 in his pocket, and that was it. And
Wow.
you know, so beyond that, he and my mom both they had to work to make ends meet as graduate assistants, which I'm not sure how much the audience knows, but graduate assistants are people who help the professors in college, to basically prepare lessons and teach, prep for exams and things like that. And they don't really get paid that much either.
Not at
So
all.
even then, they were barely making ends meet. Even though they had that, all it was really covering was just their living expenses. And so I would say in the beginning of my upbringing, so I was born in the early 90s and 1992. And pretty much the first 10 years of my life, I would say, was probably what you would consider to be lower class, food stamps and all that, government assistance and aid, living in student housing on campus at Michigan State that was provided to my parents just based on them working there.
Right.
You're talking maybe like a 700 square foot apartment, like very small, between me, my brother, and my parents, just crammed into this little apartment. But